Hello there, lovely people, it's Alex from Nintendo Life here. Now, if you've been paying attention to the Super Mario Odyssey coverage that not only we've been doing, but more importantly Nintendo has been doing over on their treehouse and the spotlight and stuff like that, you may have noticed that Mario's got one or two little costumes to wear. Yes, he has. But interestingly enough, did you know that some of these are callbacks to previous costumes that Mario has worn throughout his gaming history? Maybe, because some of them are kind of obvious. And so we're going to look at all of the ones that have been discovered so far through all the treehouse and the spotlight and all that good stuff there. And before we get into it though, I do have to thank the lovely people over at the Nintendo Switch subreddit who found all this information. Go and check them out, it's a great community, and yeah, they're cool. There'll be a link in the description. So first of all, we have got a sombrero wearing sort of mariachi kind of Mario. Mario Archie, if you like. I'm so sorry. Now, this is actually a reference back to a very old and not terribly obscure, but still, you may not have heard it, little game called Kicks on the Game Boy. And this was a game totally unrelated to Mario where you had to create like big blocks of colour. But then every so often when you completed a certain number of levels, you get a little image of Mario and he'd be doing something in some sort of unusual sort of foreign country, at least from a Western perspective, and he'd be dressed up to, you know, dolled up in all that good stuff. And one point he was in a desert playing a guitar, wearing a sombrero, exactly as you see here. Well, you can see the images. Next up is the Explorer costume, and this is pretty much just a direct reference to Mario Picross, again on the Game Boy, I think. I probably should have done more research. It's your typical safari outfit, so you might be sort of saying, well, it could just be a coincidence, but honestly, this is Nintendo. Do you really think they'd make this kind of mistake? Well, I say mistake, coincidence. Nah. Next one up, a little bit looser perhaps, but it's still pretty convincing. This is in fact a Charging Chuck, as you can see here, or at least a Charging Chuck outfit, and looks very much like the Charging Chucks from things like Super Mario 3D World, much more so than the original Super Mario World. Next up, we've got a costume that Mario was wearing on the original NES classic Golf. Which didn't have Mario in the title for some reason, a lot like Kicks. But nevertheless, this is an outfit that he wore, and to say it's patriotic to, well, America, because, well, Mario's supposed to be Italian, but I don't know whether he's Italian-American, American-Italian, basically. Well, he's fictional, he's from the Mushroom Kingdom, so it doesn't matter. All I know is that he's basically wearing the United States stars and stripes and stuff. It actually looks pretty cool. Next up we have a chef's outfit, which is in fact a reference to Yoshi's Cookie, and is basically Mario in a chef's outfit, but you can't deny, with the red scarf and everything, it's clearly the same one. And again, just a nice callback to an obscure costume that Mario wore at some point in the past. Now this one is kind of obvious because, obviously, it's Super Mario Maker. Well, at least Mario's outfit from Super Mario Maker, his builder getup if you like. His creationary side is spilling through in this wonderful hard hat and dungaree combination. There's not really a lot else to say about this. It's Super Mario Maker. And sticking to that theme, all the other references are references to Super Mario Maker, more specifically when you scan in a 8-bit Mario Amiibo. I think they called it like Classic Mario Amiibo. But I've got it, I'll show you in a tick. It's this one. You scan it in and Mario becomes super big, or it spawns a super big mushroom when you're in the creation tool. You grab that and not only does Mario get super big, but also all the enemies get these sort of moustaches. You could also use this one. I'm a flash git sometimes. So first of all, we got a Goomba with Mario's moustache and a hat, as you can plainly see here. I probably don't need to describe them because they're fairly self-explanatory. We've also got a Hammer Brother, although this is a Frying Pan Brother actually in the game, but we're fairly certain that the inspiration is very, very obvious. We've also got a Dois Bubble. I can never remember exactly what they're called, but it's something along those lines. The fireball things, that's got a moustache, which is pretty cool, and it's got a hat in Super Mario Odyssey, which he doesn't have in the original Super Mario Maker one. I don't know why. Next up, we've got the Cheep Cheep, which is just, it's just fantastic to look at. And lastly, and my most favourite of all, we've got the Chain Chomp. Now, I know in the Super Mario Maker one, it looks like that maybe the moustache isn't there, but I like to think that it is there, but you just can't see it against the Chain Chomp's face because of all the 8-bit graphics and stuff. But it's there, and that's what counts. And there you have it, 11 classic Mario costumes that have appeared in Super Mario Odyssey as a lovely hark back to older, potentially simpler times. But what do you think about these? And do you think we'll be seeing any more when the game finally comes out? Let us know down there in the comments. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, Thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, then why don't you see whether you can fit a hat and a moustache on that subscribe button, and be sure to check out NintendoLife.com for all sorts of lovely Nintendo-related content. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, then why don't you stick a moustache and a hat on that subscribe button, and be sure to check out NintendoLife.com for all sorts of lovely Nintendo-related content. Thank you again for watching. Bye-bye. Thank you again for watching. Bye-bye. Let's try that again.